Hi, everyone. This is lesson 7, session 4. So we're almost to the end of lesson 7, which is counting on to subtract, because addition and subtraction are opposites. So lesson 7, session 4, page 157. At the top, it looks like this. It says, refine, adding and subtracting in word problems. So again, when you have word problems, you have to pick through and find the most important information, which is the numbers, obviously, because we're doing math, and it's the key words that they're telling you. So you have to look for words that tell you what to do. You need to find the numbers and then figure out, what do I need to know? What am I going to do with those numbers to figure out what I need to know? So it has an example. It says, complete the example, then solve problems 1 through 5. Example, there are 8 frogs. Some are big, 5 are small. How many are big? Count on 3. So you start out at the 5 that are big. You count on until you get to 8 because you have 8 total. So 5, 6, 7, 8. You made 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3 jumps. That means you have 3. So 3 frogs are big. Now we're going to apply it. And I have it written on my board as well. So I pulled out the most important things from the problem. Number 1, apply it. It says, Greg has 8 toys. He puts some away. Now there are 6 toys. How many toys are put away? So we're going to figure out how many toys are put away. I'm going to turn off this light and see if it helps the glares. There we go. Nice, that's better. All right, so what you're gonna do first is you're gonna circle the numbers. Say, circle the numbers, circle the numbers, circle the numbers. So I'm going to circle 8 and 6. Now we're gonna read it again. Greg has 8 toys. He puts some away. We don't know how much is some. Now there are 6 toys. How many toys are put away? So I wrote 8 toys. You would circle 8. Some are put away, which is the question mark, we don't know. Now there are 6. Below your word problem, you have a picture. It has 6 balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have 8 toys. Some, are put away. We don't know how many are put away, right? I'll move this up here. It's a question mark. We don't know how many are put away, but now we have 6. So these are out in the open. These are the ones that are put away. So we're going to start at 6. We're going to count on until we get to 8 because we have 8 toys total. 6, 7, 8. Count how many you drew. 1, 2. So you know now 8 minus 2 is 6. You had 8 toys. You put 2 away. Now you have 6. So I counted on to figure out my problem. Number 2, right below it, has a word problem. It says there are 7 balls right here. 5 are soccer balls. The rest are kickballs. How many kickballs are there? So we're going to read it 3 times. There are 7 balls. So circle 7. 5 are soccer balls. Here's our 5. The rest are kickballs. How many kickballs are there? So we need to know the rest is a word clue, are kickballs. So what this looks like is you have 7 balls. 5 are soccer balls. The rest is what we don't know. When you say the rest, it means you're subtracting, okay? You're taking away from those 7 and the rest, what's left over, are there. So what are we looking for? There are 7 balls, 5 are soccer balls, the rest are kickballs. How many kickballs are there? We are looking for how many kickballs there are. They also wrote 7 equals 5 plus blank because you have 5 soccer balls, right? These are soccer. These are kick balls. And these are just all of the balls that you have. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can see that. It's a little bit light. But you have 7 balls, 5 are soccer, the rest are kickballs. So what I can do is I can draw my bin. If you look below, you have a yellow bin. And these are my 5 soccer balls. Now I'm going to count on 6, 7, stopping at 7 because I only have 7 balls. Count up 1, 2. 7 minus 5 is 2. 7 equals 5 plus 2. I could also go back on the number line. So I could, if that doesn't work for you, you can write 5, 6, 7. Okay, and I'm going to start at 7 when I'm subtracting. I'm going to stop at 5. So this is the other strategy that we worked on. When we're subtracting on a number line, we go this way. So I'm going to start at 7 and I'm going to subtract 2. Or I'm going to go back to 5. Sorry, excuse me. Now I'm wondering how many did I subtract? Minus 1, minus 1. I jump back 2 spaces. I'm subtracting 2. Okay, that's just a different way to get the same thing. So your answer is 2 kickballs. Hopefully that isn't too confusing, but I do want you to get comfortable because the book is having us do it. Going right, which is adding, and going left, which is subtracting, okay? So now we're gonna turn the page and we're on page number 158. 158 has some more problems. This one has a number line. Some snacks were on the table. Some is what we don't know. If ever it says some, it's like, I don't know. So some snacks were on the table. This is problem number 3 on page 158. So some snacks were on the table. Raven ate 3. So she ate them. That means we're losing them, right? We're taking them away. Because if I have like 10 pieces of candy, I eat 3, they're gone. I don't have them anymore. There are 2 snacks left. Left is also a clue that we are subtracting. Okay, if there's some left over, that means I took some away and this is what I have left, subtraction. So how many were on the table? So what they did is they drew the number line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And what you're going to do is you're going to start at 2 and you're going to count on 3. Okay, so it's turning out into 2 plus 3 equals blank. 3 were eaten, 2 were left over. So I know if I add those together, I'll get the total amount of snacks. This is some snacks. I don't know how many. So I'm going to start at 2 and I'm going to jump and I'm going to stop when I've made 3 jumps. Okay, I don't know where I'm stopping because I don't know what my total amount is. So I'm going to jump 3. 1, 2, 3. Circle where I landed. It's 5. The book also wants you to do 5 minus 3 equals 2. So there were 2 snacks. All right. If I need to check that, I can count on if I want to be like, okay, there's 2 left over, right? Those are my 2 leftovers left. And then I know 3 were eaten. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All together, there are 5 snacks. So I did it both ways for you to see. This one is confusing because in the rest, we know where we're stopping. We're stopping at 5. We're looking for how many are missing. But this total amount was 5, and we didn't know that. We knew how many jumps we needed to take. We needed to do 2, and then add on 1, 2, 3 jumps to land on 5. Number 4, it's okay if this is not making sense. I just want you to rewind it, watch it again, and let's keep moving, because the only way it's gonna get, to be understood is if you just keep trying it. So number 4 has tennis balls, and they drew out the balls. There are 7 balls. Some roll away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 balls. Says some roll away. We don't know how many that is. Away also means I'm subtracting. 1 ball is left. 1 left. So what this looks like is you have 7 balls. Some roll away. We don't know. But now I only have 1 left. Again, if you know right away what this is, awesome. What we're working on is our strategy. How did we get there? So it's going to be 7 minus, we don't know how many rolled away, and now we have 1 left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, you can do it either way. I'm going to start at 1. Here's my 1. I'm going to start here. And I'm going to count how many jumps until I get to my 7th ball. So this is adding on to subtract. So it would be 1 plus, I don't know, gets me to 7. That's what I'm about to do right now. So we're going to jump how many spots? I don't know until I get to 7. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each one of these would be labeled plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Now I count how many jumps I had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now if I start out at 1 ball and I jump 6 more jumps, I get to 7. So now I know 6 balls roll away. I can do the opposite. I can do 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is ball number 7. This is ball number 1. I could start out at 7 when I'm subtracting, and I don't know how many jumps I'm going to get, but I know I'm going to stop at 1. So I'm going to circle it. So now I'm going to jump back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. And I know it's 7 minus 6. So here I moved backwards, which is subtracting. Here I moved forwards and I'm adding. So this is for this one. This is this one. Okay. If you aren't understanding, it's okay to ask questions when you have a meeting with your teacher, because this is important stuff. So I want you to practice using both. And then if one is easier for you, then you can start to use that one the more you work with both of them. Okay, but right now you're just really practicing both strategies. Even if they're hard, keep going, you can do it. All right, now I'm going to do problem number 5. Again, don't let them confuse you with all these words. You're going to pull out the numbers. There are 6 trees. 3 are tall, so circle those numbers 6 and 3. 6 trees. 3 are tall. The rest. Put a box around, that's your word clue. It means you're subtracting. How many trees are short? What we need to know is how many trees are short. There are 6 trees, 3 are tall. The rest are short. How many are short? So how I take these numbers and words and put them into an equation looks like this. I have 6 trees. I'm going to take away those 3 that are tall. I know 3 of those 6 are tall. The rest, I don't know how many are short. So I'm going to use my subtraction first. I'm going to draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6. And I'm going to jump backwards. I'm starting at 6. And I do a subtraction on the number line. I'm moving this way. And I start just as the equation reads. I start out at the first number, 6. Then I'm jumping back 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. -1, -1, -1. Now I'm gonna need to figure out where I landed. Oh, I stopped at 3. So 1, 2, 3 jumps, which is what this is. This is my jumps. Lands me on 3. Another way that I can flip this around if I don't know is I have 3 tall plus some that are short, and I have 6 total trees. If I'm doing this on the number line, it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I'm going to start at 3. I'm going to end at 6. I don't know how many jumps, but I know I'm going to stop at 6. And I put a circle there because it tells me where to stop. 1, 2, 3. I'm moving this way. I'm adding plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So now I know I have 3 short trees. Okay, I did it both ways so you could see both, and I want you to practice doing both. That's how you're gonna get better. All right, the next 2 pages are practice. So you're going to do exactly what I did, what we've been doing, and you're going to be jumping on the number line to solve your problem. This is the green pages. These are really where you're practicing and getting really strong at adding and subtracting. So it gives an example where the monster is. There are 9 children, 6 are boys, the rest are girls. Hopefully you're putting a box around the rest because that tells you you are subtracting how many girls. You can start out at 6 and count till 9, and that'll tell you what your answer is. And the answer is 3. You can see that on your paper. Number 1, Brian eats 4 grapes. Circle 4. Then he eats 2 more. How many grapes did Brian eat in all? We don't know how many in all. So he eats 4. Then he eats 2 more. More means I'm adding. Right? So I would circle more or put a box around more because that tells you you're adding. 4 plus 2 equals, I don't know how many he ate. So we're gonna do it on the number line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7. So I'm gonna start out at 4. I'm jumping 2 this away. 1, 2, plus 1, plus 1, circle where I land, 6. So now I know he ate 6 grapes. Started out at 4, I added 1, 2, for the 2 that he ate, 4, 5, 6, okay? Again, we're just practicing jumping on the number line. If I'm jumping this way, I'm adding. If I'm jumping this way, I'm subtracting. My numbers are getting smaller when I'm subtracting. My numbers are getting bigger when I'm adding because addition and subtraction are opposites. Okay, I'm gonna keep that up there just so you guys can see that. I feel like it's helpful. Number 2, Maria has 7 buttons and they drew 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they put a line in between, and you're gonna draw what's over here. So she has 7 buttons. 5 are square, I drew a picture of it. The rest are round. The rest means putting a box around it, I'm subtracting. So I have 7 buttons total. I take away the 5 that I know are square. This is how many are round. We've done a problem similar to this before. So then I have blank buttons. Okay, so now I'm going to count on. I know this is 5 because it told me there are 5 squares and I can see these are squares. I don't need to count them again. 5, 6, 7. Now I count how many there are. 1, 2. There are 2 buttons. Again, you may already know these things and that's awesome. I'm so happy and proud of you, but you need to be focusing on the strategies, which is counting on to subtract and getting comfortable playing with these numbers and these words that tell you what you're looking for and what you're going to do with those numbers once you find them. This is a fun name. Lulu, number 3, has 8 oranges. She eats some. Eats is a hint that it's subtracting because they're gone. They're eaten. So Lulu has 8 oranges. 8 oranges. She eats some, which means I'm subtracting. I'll put that in a circle so you can see it. Now she has 5 oranges. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 5 that she has left over. Over here, I'm going to count on until I get to 8 because she had 8 total. Some of them are gone. Now I have 5. Okay. So it looks like this. It goes, she has total of 8. She has 5 left over. How many did she eat? She has 5. How many do I add back in to get to 8? All right. So I'm going to do 5. Count on to 8. 6, 7, 8. There are 1, 2, 3 oranges that she ate. Number 4. Doing these over and over and over again so it can start to make more sense. 7 planes are flying. So circle 7 planes. 1, 2. I can't draw planes. This is not art class, this is math class. So I'm just drawing circles. Some land. I don't know how many land, but 4 are still flying. So I know it is 7 that I had total. I had 7 total planes. Some landed. 4 are still flying. So these are the ones that are flying. And these are the ones that are landed. I'm going to count on over here until I get to 7 because I only had 7 planes. I shouldn't be counting on until 8, 9, 10 because I don't have those numbers in my equation. 4, 5, 6, and there's number 7. 5, 1, 2, 3. So now I know 3 planes, this is a 6, you can believe it, 3 planes landed. All right, good job, we're on our last problem. You made it, good job, yay. Number 5, there are 9 balls. 7 are baseballs. There's my 7 baseballs. The rest are soccer balls. So they have you doing an addition problem, and it's going to equal the biggest number because addition ends with the biggest number. We know that. You have 7 baseballs. So the rest are soccer balls. So we need to figure out how many are soccer balls. I can do a tub and say, okay, my 7 baseballs are in this tub. I'm going to count on until I get to 9. 7, 8, 9. 1, 2. Hopefully this is making sense. If not, let me know. So you're going to put in a 2 for the soccer balls. We're counting on to subtract. Counting on is hard, I know, but you gotta keep going. That's the only way you're gonna get better. All right, good job. We only have one more lesson for the week. I am super proud of you. Good luck. Bye, guys.